Good evening. My name is Dustin Taylor. This is Divinity Virtue, and it is now a corporation. So, about 2 days ago, 2 or 3 days ago, I think, I ended up just pulling the trigger. I looked at myself. I essentially what I've been doing is it's spring season, so landscaping picks up. Right now, we're cleaning up yards. It's cold and whatnot, but we can't air rake or rototill. I think those are the words. Uh, a yard if it snows or rains because I think it might actually damage the yard just because of the machines that we use are 500 pounds almost each. So for the last 2 days, it's been I literally wake up, I go to work for 8 to 10 hours, then I go to the gym for 2 hours, come home and eat for 3 hours. So we had a snow day. Yeah, I think it was about 3 days ago, and went to the gym and I was like, well, what am I going to do now? There's no work. My business is pretty much done. I got money in my bank account. So I went and pulled the trigger. I went and just got everything together, paid $2,400 for this to become a corporation. So it's kind of scary, but it's kind of not. In a way, it's, like when you think about people like Donald Trump, it's never that he's claimed bankruptcy, it's just that he's claimed bankruptcy through his company. So his companies go under, and then I don't know exactly how it works, but I think he probably can pay 30 cents on the dollar for wherever the company owns. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So if one of his hotels costs 400 million, he'd have to pay 120 million, and then that hotel would be in his own name or something else. I'm not too sure. I really hope I never have to go through bankruptcy. I'd rather just build this one step at a time. I don't need to be a billionaire because I'll never get there. It's okay. But it's been a very interesting few weeks. You know, I don't really know what to even say in this video. It's just kind of more of I'm just going to free it. It's going to be free today. So today's Friday. I just got home. Literally, it's 7:40. I have not had a single thing to eat whatsoever. I worked 8 hours today. Did 2 hours in the gym, and it's getting interesting at the gym because I have a lot of people who watch me. I have a lot of people who come and talk to me. I have a lot of people who come over and give me very, very much mad respect. Guys, women, like you name it, they come over and they talk to me. And it's interesting because this one guy today comes over as I finish my workout and he goes, "Man, I watched you and you're absolutely amazing." And I go, "Wow, thank you. You actually just made my entire day. I appreciate the compliment." He goes, "No, seriously, like, what are you doing this for?" And I go, "Honestly, I want to get a six pack." And I'm going to tell you, I can't get there. It's every day I do this. I eat healthy. It's getting that six pack is probably the hardest thing I've ever done in my entire life. My diet's clean. Like my dinner tonight is no lie. It's 5 pounds of vegetables, 6 cans of tuna, and then a big bowl of fruit, a tub of yogurt, and 4 packages of oatmeal. So when I say I'm on like the hardest diet right now, it's really the hardest diet because essentially anything that I've burned doing landscaping, I'm not counting in my day to day right now because I got a lot of fat reserves, whether you guys think it or not. I got lots of fat reserves still, which means that for every pound, it's 3,500 calories. So all the food that I'm eating tonight, it's going to be about 8 pounds worth of food, but that's everything that I did at the gym. So for the rest of the day, and I won't be eating until I don't even know because I work tomorrow, which is Saturday. Probably 7 or 8 every day. So now I'm on a 18-hour fast, which is crazy because I didn't really think that your body could do that. But once your body starts getting to the routine of, oh, I gotta work, 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 and then I get to eat and then sleep, I think your body kind of reformats itself to do it that way. but it's interesting. So yeah, this guy come up to me today and he just goes, "Wow, you're just absolutely amazing." And thinking that's crazy. And I have this lady. She comes up to me while we're in. And I actually had a really rough day a few days ago. Um, I saw my soulmate, and she's really beautiful. But the people that she hangs out with just seem to have ulterior motives. And I think that's humans nowadays. And it's not that we shouldn't look out for our own self, but if we help everyone else out and just try to be the best we can be, it might make things a little bit better. It's just I don't know how to explain it because like I wanted to kill the world the next day, and I just went to the gym and just worked it off, did all my stuff that way. But like when a psychic and a medium tell you that this is who is going to be your future wife, and just whether it's true or not, my heart's open to her. I told her my heart is open to her, but I also told her that I don't want to play games. Like, you know what? I just came from a twin flame that put me in every situation possible. She hung out with dirtbags. She got 6 hits on my head. Six. I think it was six. I'm not even lying. I think it was six. And I'm thinking, like, all I want to do is work out, get the company going, get a six pack, and move to Australia. Like, my hands are so clean, I'm not even going to go out tonight. I just don't even care. But, this other lady in the gym, she she goes, it's interesting watching you. And I go, why is that? She goes, you're always here. And I go, yeah. And she goes, what's the reason for that? And I said, honestly, I have a lot of mental anguish. Anguish? Anguish. I'm hoping that's the right word. This should be like my videos. Every time I make a mistake or I fumble my words, people on Fridays and Saturdays should watch my videos and make it a drinking game. I'm pretty sure everyone would get just obliterated and plastered and trashed and gonzo because I'm pretty sure I make a lot of mistakes in my videos. But she goes, I watch people. She goes, there's people on the treadmill or whatever, and they only do 5, 10 minutes. Whatever, that's who they are. She goes, but you're here for hours. And I go, yeah. And so I was telling her, I go, I got a lot of mental issues. And it's not even that it's mental issues. Like, my life is very easy, down to earth. But it's like, maybe I'm chasing something that I don't know what I'm fully chasing, if that even makes sense. And it's like, I don't know how to explain it because like people like Kevin O'Leary, Kevin O'Leary. I believe he's a billionaire off of the Dragon's Den. So he always tells people, he goes, take 3 years of your life just for you. Whether it's to study something, change your habits. He goes, imagine what you'll be like after 3 years. He goes, you're going to miss out on a lot of opportunities and a lot of friendships and a lot of times. But he goes, after those 3 years, you'll be so far ahead that it's a whole different like lifestyle. And I've seen like posts on Facebook where people who are content with how they live and just going to work and just coming home, doing whatever they do, play video games, whatever, right? And then they repeat. And don't get me wrong, like I think in my mind, my life is on repeat right now. And am I the happiest? Probably not. Like I'm pretty low in life right now. And it's like I tell all my friends, I go, like it's probably the healthiest I've ever been. Like I got a job, I got my own company. Sure, I got debt. Most people have debt. I'm trying to get rid of it. By July, my credit card's going to be done, and then by January, I should be in Australia. So it's just another 8 months, 8 months and 11 days, whatever it is. And I don't know. I can't explain happiness to people. And it's so weird because I'm trying to show people to get rid of their triggers, their habits, and then focus on their career goals. So I know for me that it was like every path, and this is the weird part. Maybe I've succeeded in a lot of things in my life, and I've always practiced hard or put my 100% into something, and I just go through it, and I go and I go and I go and I go until I achieve it. And last year, I was trying to hit every home run possible. And I was thinking, like it's about time. Like I should get myself a girlfriend, get the hell out of my grandma's basement, go to Australia, blah 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 blah. So COVID happened, and as I went back to university, and I was like, well, you know what? Let's do it the right way this time. I'm just going to study because we eventually all went online, and I can tell you, half of my class would literally have a bottle of some sort of alcohol and drink while getting taught like accounting. And I'm just thinking, wow, this is like the next generation that people are just going to be at home drinking and studying. Probably better ways, but if you can pass, you can pass. That's your thing. So, anyways, yeah, I just decided, I had an elliptical at that time, so I got back into the elliptical. I quit drinking. I changed my habits. Ended up with a finance degree, and I did so well. Like my GPA was a 3.13 at the end of my degree, which is it's about 80, 81, 82%, somewhere in that. Really good for my age, especially for how many hours I studied. It was unreal. So I applied for the CFA. I was thinking, like if I become a chartered financial analyst, that's six figures right off the bat. So I got a scholarship for the CFA, studied it for 8 months, worked out every day, like cut down my calories, just tried to be one of those. Like I was trying to hit the home runs. I wanted the six pack. I wanted to have $1 million. I wanted the life. I tried it all for that. And it was like I ended up it was funny because in my last semester of university, I had enough money that I was going to move to Australia. And I should have. I should have. In my head I said, "Oh, I should move to Australia." And then for whatever reason, I waited. And then 2 weeks later I end up finding the twin flame, or she finds me, and she put me through hell. But you know what? My heart was true. I still can say that I love her. Like I'm not going to say I'm not going to, but I do know that she's not the right person for me and what I believe in life. She would have to give up every addiction possible, and I'm almost wondering if me being this clean almost limits my dating pool because like I can't quite explain it. But I took every loss in the last 2 years. I didn't pass the C. Well, I passed the CFA, but I didn't get high enough on the bell curve. Roads closed. I also knew that I wasn't going to work for somebody for 16 hours a day. So it was a tough lesson to see if I can handle my time and whatnot. And then once I fell in love with that twin flame, I was like, oh, I'm going to get that six pack because like I want her to be proud of me. And last summer, I got really close, really close. I was leaner than what I am now, and I was so close, so close. I think I had that much fat. Probably like where I'm at maybe now. I'm maybe a little bit heavier. I don't know. It's just that winter's over and I've been eating about 1,000 calories more, so I put on a little bit more weight. But I struck out with the twin flame. She put me in every situation possible. Hits on my head. She manipulated me. She lied to me. She love bombed me. She tried to use sex as a weapon. And I told her, I said, hey, I'm not going to give you sex whatsoever. I'm not even going to kiss you. I'm not going to do anything with you unless you give me an actual relationship. Then we part ways. So she essentially knows that she can have sex with anyone that she wants. And now she's going. I know she's going to have to come back. This is the weird part because this next cycle started a week ago, 2 weeks ago, and I'm going to tell you right now. Now that I have a corporation, I will be debt free by July. The corporation starts in July, and I'll be very close to a six pack, if not a six pack, come July. You don't think it's like I keep asking people why I'm not a catch, and everyone says that you are, and I'm thinking that doesn't make sense though, because I can get women to go home with me and do extracurricular activities, but I can't get you out for a simple dinner date, movie, play some pool, bowling, any of those. Like that's kind of weird, no? So I don't know. Maybe I just that guy that's not supposed to ever be in love unless I love myself. I don't really know. I don't really know. But I don't even know if I finished that last story about with the lady at the gym, and I just told her, I said, I got a lot of mental anguish, and I just really want to be the best person I could be. I just want to show people that I talk the talk, but I'm really trying to walk the walk. Like I really want people to understand like everything that I'm doing. It's all mental. I got so many things going on in my head that I've learned to limit the noise. And for me, work, work out, focus on the business, and one other person. I just want my little soulmate. I want that little girl. I just want her. She melts my heart. I tell her she melts my heart. But I don't know how many guys have played games with her that she's probably thinking, oh, he's just another person who's going to play games. I'm not that guy. I'm so upfront and honest. It gets me in more trouble than I could ever imagine. I learned when I was younger that when I lied, I get my ass beat by my mom, by my stepdad. My ass was beat. So I learned to never lie, never steal. You know what? Every year that we moved and I went to a new school, guarantee on the very first day, I would get called home or called into the principal's office. Then they call my home, and then I get my ass beat and grounded again. It was like a never ending cycle in my life that I must have been the most grounded person in the world because I look at all my friends now, and when they were younger, they were all shitbags. Sorry, friends, but you guys were shitbags. They got into drugs early, stealing, screwing around, just shady shit. Let's get real. They just did a lot of shady things. And then when I look at them now, they're all owners of businesses, families, houses. I'm thinking, maybe they got out there like inner wildness, young, and then ended up, I don't really know, just making life better for themselves. I'm not too sure. Yeah, I don't know. Good on them. I just, yeah. All I know is that Divinity Virtue is a corporation based out of Seychelles. So I got all my documents notarized. I applied for the funding that I was supposed to apply for like 2 months ago. And I just gave them the invoice and said, hey, like if you guys want to back pay me on the invoice, great. If not, I'm still going to take the chance on myself and keep going. So it's about April 19th right now. And, I've got in my head that I know for the next 60 days, it's literally wake up, either work out, go to work, eat, or work out, eat, and repeat for the next 60 days. So honestly, I don't know how many people can just keep their head down. And the goal is literally to have this corporation 100% running. I'm so close. My website's done. These videos, they don't get watched, but you know what? That's okay. I'm not expecting them to be watched. I want them to be I think I want these videos to just to be that life lesson because in my world, I believe that everything happens and then we experience it. And I know I sound crazy. I keep telling people I am crazy. And I keep telling people, a psychic, a medium, they confirm my path, the exact same ending path, the exact same girl, the exact same way that I'm going to marry them and marry them, marry her, sorry. And I'm just thinking, how do they see that? Because that was 10 years ago for one and 1 year ago for the other. And I'm just thinking, what if every human is brought into this world and you have arcanas in certain paths? And when you go in that one path, you're supposed to meet certain people in that one path. And it goes as far as it goes. And in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, so my little blonde friend, I knew about her 10 years ago, but I didn't know about her. I knew there was a story that was apparently I like to love, but I like to screw up love because I'm a shitbag. Who knew? This next time, I'm not going to be a shitbag. I'm going to make sure that my little blonde friend, she gets the world. Grass is not going to be greener because I'm going to make sure I water it. I'm going to take care of her, build up this business. If she can actually get into like the health and fitness side with me, and me and her be a 1-2 punch against this world, let's go. I'm telling you, it's not that I'm saying I'm happy because I'm pretty freaking depressed, to be honest with you. It's just more of the fact that when I look at my life, there's got to be more of this. There's just got to be. Like, I can't be that person who wakes up, works out, works, eats, sleep, and that's the rest of my life. Wasted of life. Like, I'm not harming on or hitting on or what. See, you should be drinking now. I made a lot of mistakes on that last sentence. I'm just thinking, like, I can't be that person. Even when people say, like, oh, I love construction or I love doing hard labor jobs, and I go, no, you don't. Don't lie. The only reason you're in these jobs is because they're easier jobs. It doesn't take mind power. It breaks down your body. Like, I'm in one of the best shapes of my entire life. I just hate lawn care. I hate snow shoveling. I hate it. And I tell myself every day, just keep going. You're doing this for you. You're doing this to get Divinity Virtue going. You're doing this to get your debt down to nothing. You're doing this to go to Australia. You're doing this for your blonde friend. It's just, I've never wanted to leave such a legacy that I'm willing to go through this for the rest of my life because I don't want my kids or when I have kids to grow up like this. I don't. I believe that if my kids see the lifestyle of, hey, dad takes us to the gym every morning and we have a nice breakfast together, get stuff ready, go to school, come home, have a nice dinner together, cook it, blah, blah, blah. If they work on their schooling and then if they get an hour or two to just enjoy life, it's going to be not the best life for them, but it's going to be the best life for them, if that makes sense. Because I'm going to show them discipline, control, that even though you don't get 10 hours to play video games, maybe you'll cherish that one or two that you get. And then you realize that, like, hey, life goes by fast. And as if you keep your health good, you eat good, your family's good, they're going to remember this. They're going to go, hey, you know what? I think that's how life should be is work out with my kids, eat together, cook the meals together. They go to school, I go to work, whatever. Come back, we cook our meals together. They focus on their studies, sports, and then maybe 1 or 2 hours for fun time, right? And if I can show them that, at least they're getting the mentality of this is life. Because like can't control anything. We really can't. But I don't even know what to tell you. I it's like I can't can't run fast enough. And I think with all the kilometers I've done on that elliptical, I would have been in Australia already. I wouldn't even need a plane ticket. I could have made it to Australia. No lie. So that being said, it is what it is. I don't know what else to say about this. This is going to be a quick video. I am. Oh, you know what? Oh, since I've been doing door knocking, I met a lot of interesting people. And I don't know if you guys live in Lethbridge, but if you ever need a realtor or a car salesman, I met these two people. One, the car salesman's name is Thomas Carpenter, and the realtor is Siobhan Henry. And hopefully that's good advertising for them. I don't know if these videos will ever be seen, but if you guys ever watch these videos in 5 years and they're still in real estate and car sales, give them a call. I'm sure they would appreciate business just out of the blue. That's another thing. So I have on my website a part where I say like community and volunteering. And I keep telling people, I say, hey, like let's use my website. I know this one girl. Her name's Danica, and I met her at the bar. I seem to meet a lot of people at the bar. I might be a bar star or barfly. It is what it is. So I met her at the bar and we talked and whatnot. And she was telling me that she had wrote children's novels and adult novels. She goes, it plays to both sides of my mind. And I go, hey, we all have our own thing. And I said, why don't we like post your like books on my website so that like it gets traffic. I can use the traffic for my own stuff, but then it also gives you my people who know me will look at your books and maybe you never know where that goes. She goes, "Oh, I can't do that, but thank you for the offer." And I'm just thinking, all right, like I'm really trying to make it so that you help me, I help you type thing. Because I got nothing in this world. Nothing. Any step I take up is better than where I am right now. So the fact that I have a corporation, Divinity Virtue Corp, divinityvirtue.com. I'm 39. You know what? No one's going to get me to the top. I just started at the top now, but I'm at the bottom of the top. Weird. But then, you know, the six pack, that's going to be close. People are watching me at the gym. People now know me every day at the gym. And even some of the guys who go, like you got to be respectful to everyone who's at the gym. I was like, but that doesn't make sense to me. Like, if you just come to the gym just to come to the gym, like, I don't, maybe that's my mentality. He goes, but he goes, think of it the other way. They could be out doing drugs. So even if they're only here for 30 minutes, hey, it's 30 minutes in a healthier place. And I go, you're right. That is true. And like, in one of my other videos, there's a lot of bigger people that wear very provocative clothing. Oh, should have drank there. Wear a lot of provocative clothing. And I was talking to another person and I said, isn't that kind of weird? Like, they don't work out hard. They're showing off everything. He goes, honestly, he goes, they're here. He goes, whether they like it or not, if they do this every day for a year and they don't see any change, they have to get into that mindset saying, uh-oh, I see no change. So it must be me, must be my diet, whatever I drink, food, blah, 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 or I'm not working out hard enough. And I get it. Everyone's got a different mentality for why they go to the gym. Everyone keeps telling me to go back to weights. And I'm going, I'm already big. I'm 6 feet tall and probably 200, 205 pounds. And I'm not even at a six pack yet. And my abs look like Ninja Turtles. Like, that's another thing. Like, everyone goes, who do you want to be? I'm like, yo, I want to be like Brad Pitt from Fight Club. That dude was off the hook, chiseled, just framed out. Like, I think if I saw that in the mirror, I might be attracted to myself. Because you know what? Like, I'm sure women would look at me and go, wow, that takes a lot of work. a lot of cardio, a good diet, like maintenance, discipline. Like, isn't that what women want? I don't know. I can't find a date, so I don't know how to do this world. But you know what? It's just been a very interesting week. Things are happening, like it's weird that my mom didn't even say congratulations to me on my corporation. That's a weird part. Like when I tell you guys like that psychic, my mom goes, "Will I ever see my son ever again?" Looks at my mom, looks at me and goes, "Nope, he's gone forever." I'm going to tell you something. After that CFA, and I walked 82 kilometers from South Calgary to Nanton on a Friday, 30 degrees, food on one shoulder, clothes on the other, and nobody picked me up except for my next door neighbor, I probably would have been dead that night. But I did that walk. And I did that walk with God. Because you know what? At the end of the day, it's going to be me, right? My mom didn't give me a ride home. She'd rather help out my cousin's friends than her own son. That was the day that I realized families held me back. And whether they believe it or not, my uncle during Thanksgiving, I don't know, I was talking about, because he knows that he's blocked on my Facebook and whatnot. I don't know what came up, but he goes, "Oh, what? Are you kicking me out of your life?" I didn't say anything, but yeah. And it's like even with my grandma, she um she had 10 years. The deal was I was going to come to her house, help her clean up her house so that she's a hoarder. Like when you guys realize how bad upstairs is, there's so much stuff up there. It's crazy. But she was supposed to literally clean up her house. And now I told her, she goes, "Oh, can you help me?" I go, "Nope, can't do it anymore." And it's not that I don't want to help. I have a heart of gold. I'm willing to help anyone at any time. It's just that I've come to realize it's your friends and your family who are going to hurt you the most. Even with the people who wanted to kill me, they weren't going to do anything. You can kill somebody who's innocent? Not likely. God's got to give you the go ahead. He's not going to say, "Oh, get rid of that guy. He studies finance, works out, and doesn't do anything." Yeah, I doubt it. Come on. I live a boring life. God is not going to take me out for that reason. Anyways, I don't know. It's just been a very interesting few weeks. That my little blonde friend's back. I got the corporation, got the job, paying off my debt, trying to be the best person I could be. And come July 1st, we're gonna go to the Calgary Stampede. It's go time. Like everything I do to be better. Australia's got a $2 billion health industry. You know what? I don't make much. Well, I make okay money, but I have to bust my ass being a landscaper or a laborer or something. It'd be nice to teach people how to be healthy and eat the right food and discipline and just understand that there's two sides to everything. And I don't know who said, but it was funny. You could either be fat or you could be a gym rat. And I was thinking, most honest statement out there. Because let's be honest, like my other sister, she posted a thing and she goes, "Oh," and she posted it and she called out her other sister. I don't really talk to the other sister. Never grew up with them. They grew up with my dad. I grew up with my mom. So they're kind of all different, separate sides of the family. Anyway, she posted a thing going, "Oh, last year, get a new gym membership, yeah, yeah, yeah." And she goes, "How many times have we said that we were going to go to the gym?" And I posted a thing going, "Huh, I've gone to the gym 365 days, 15,000 kilometers, 87,000 minutes or something crazy. I don't remember the numbers, but something out there." And I go, "You asked the wrong silly. You should have asked me." And she goes, "Oh, you're still the type of guy you were 12 years ago." And I go, "No, we all have 24 hours in a day. The difference is after I go to work, I go to the gym and I eat. Like, I'm not anything different than anyone else. I just put my safety time in a safe place. And that's probably why I have to start looking at people who actually do come to the gym, even if it's for 30 minutes. They could be out doing something else for 30 minutes if they really wanted to. So the fact that they're there, I'm being hard on them. And I think that's because I'm really hard on myself. And I know that because I've grown up in a very disciplined life. Perfection was a thing, like study, work hard, be the best you can be. And now I just want to, now I'm doing it because I want to leave a legacy. I want to show my family a different lifestyle. And I just want my little blonde friend to get everything that she deserves. She's got a heart of gold, but she just gets walked on, taken advantage of, and guys use her. I feel sorry for her. But I told her, I said, hey, I'm all in with you. If you want to work on this, great. If not, then I guess I'm doing my company, doing my six pack, and I'm moving to Australia. My time's not happening in Canada anymore. It's not a good country. The people are fake. The system's just flawed. Horrible education system. Our healthcare is way behind. I don't even know what the actual debt of our country is, but it's over $1 trillion. The average Canadian has something like 2,100% debt compared to what they ever make. The numbers don't line up to ever come here. We're bringing in all the other people from all the other countries. We're fast tracking them in, but they get these subsidy checks, which means that they're going to be the next labor force in Canada to build up Canada because we don't have enough kids to repopulate Canada. So we're bringing in all of the foreigners, and that's not bad. But it means that in 1 to 2 generation time, we're going to be like the United States, where all these kids are going to come back having angriness, and it's going to be a civil war here in Canada. Oh, should drink. Make a lot of mistakes. You know what? Anyways, I got 5 pounds of vegetables that I need to eat. So trying to show people, talk the talk, walk the walk. Anyways, you gotta take your losses before you become the boss. Try to be 1% better every day. Try to help others to grow and succeed and be the best versions they can be. Everything happens on divine timing. My name's Dustin Taylor. This is DivinityVirtue.com. I am now a corporation, Divinity Virtue Corp. And July 1st, let's make this happen. I am absolutely blessed to see where this journey goes. It's scary, but at the end, what are you worried about? Fear and death, right? The fear that you want to succeed. I've taken lots of losses. All my paths have just shown me that I was a loser for the last few years. That's awesome. And then, you know, death. At the end of the day, when you die, it's over. You're either going to get reincarnated or you're going to say, yo, I'm good. I had my fill. Anyways, that being said, once again, my name is Dustin Taylor. Have a great weekend. God bless. Amen.